We've got Jack Jordan in. Jordan's going to come observe for us because GoTV isn't working, so we're sitting in spectator.
Yeah,
we've confused the players,
but
we're in
currently. Haven't got the best setup currently. Well, 3 people here trying to do many people's jobs, to put it bluntly, let's be fair. GoTV isn't working, and we have brought in someone sat right next to us. Misty is observing for us right in front of our eyes.
Well, he's having a great time. But nonetheless, it is the 8th round. The scoreline's 5-2. That's where we're at. And,
yep.
Well, kind of stuck in a bit of a fishy one for Ezio and Lazar.
Overpass. Funny enough, actually, before the game, Smooya and Lazar and Jesper and Imi and whatnot were bantering about the veto, and one of the things Smooya said was, you're obviously going to ban Overpass, aren't you? I mean, you're not stupid enough to play it. And right now, the T side for Endpoint isn't really going in their favour. Oh my goodness, this is a 1 versus 3! I can hear them screaming.
I can hear the screams.
I can hear CeX screaming from across the hall.
They're feeling
that's how
right
pumped they
now.
are. It got to a point where someone came over to Smooya and Rezu and told them to basically shut the F up.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just wanted to play some hustle. You should have seen him.
It was League of Legends. Everyone's saying after it was League of Legends. He was playing League of Legends, right?
Good to know. But either way, you should have seen him play against Cats. They literally brushed right past them.
I was sitting behind them. I was sitting behind them, and
it's a beautiful CS on their part, but
yeah,
hitting their shots. And I think when you got players such as Smooya and Rezu, Cinder as well. Cinder bringing back that EPS form, for example.
The 2 stars of this team are Cinder and Smooya, obviously. Rezu, the support player, doing exactly what he needs to do. I'm talking about that. Now, I know the players have the names switched up, right? Well, have they fixed it yet?
No, they are swapped on names, but just go with what's on stream and it's the easiest way of doing it.
I could probably check, actually, if I just...
It's still Smooya is Rezu and Rezu is Smooya.
Right, basically, stream. Smooya changed his picture to...
changed everything. Bio is a lot.
Bio,
proper
everything
effort into it.
To Rezu's Steam profile. So actually, I don't think they would undo it because it was pretty funny, to be fair.
It actually worked against Xenex. Xenex were like, why is Rezu playing with?
Yeah, it's the same for versus Kaz. I was behind the players and they were like, how's Rezu AWPing us?
How's he doing this?
I remember they're like, what the hell is Smooya doing? Like whiffing all those shots with an AWP, and then it was actually Rezu AWPing B.
Yeah.
But yeah. That was Kaz. This is Endpoint, a new beast. Not too sure the veto is as well, but
it's certainly a bit weird being thrown straight.
I
into
imagine CeX
through.
picked it just based off like what they were saying before the game.
It's going well for them as well on their CT side. Got themselves to 7 rounds.
I mean, this round here will Let's just say Rezu, no disrespect to him, but he's not going to hit those flicks. He's still peeking though.
Yeah, it's Smooya.
If he gets another kill, this is murder. If he can stay alive and get away with this.
He's just now got to fall back into connector, and this is smart from him because he just sits tight on this angle, waits for the push roll in, and if they peek this, he's almost guaranteed just another pick.
Yep.
Uncontested
and the flash isn't going to affect him as well because it's inside connector, so the flashes won't affect him unless they do an underhand. They need to do an underhand flash right now. Rezu, I say
finding
Rezu.
that frag on towards Max is so pivotal because there's no connector flank from behind.
Yeah, and here it comes. Oh, the timing! If only he knew. And now they're going to do the safe rotation. He's not going to rotate through A. He's instead going to rotate through connector. Fall back onto A, and they will rotate through CT, and we'll be seeing those players onto the site.
Jess and Co looking to go for a bit of a wander. Jess actually going to decide if he wants to split away from the pack or not. As Thomas going to be playing over towards long, just holding that angle, making sure to clear it all out. Of course, in terms of setup, the CT side, they're pretty cush right now. Not really too much of a worrying point for them. They're just waiting for Endpoint to make a play, which for them is all about these smokes going down as we get one, of course, on towards that bomb spot. The orb going to be peeking now. Lazar, he needs to land his first shot effectively. If he misses, things will begin to fall apart because it's all or nothing from a single prodded A push. Lazar just going to hold the angle. Ezio is going to find the first pick on towards Rezu. The angle being held over towards Transformers. Smooya gets himself in the smoke. When is he going to face?
Great round so far from Ezio. 2 frags for him. Jesper as well chiming in. We might be seeing a 3rd round on the board here for Endpoint. But that is indeed, if they do win this, they've still got to fight. I say they've got to fight. Cinder and Brody maybe opting to go and try and save this AWP and the M4. Cinder knows the money is low for the T side, so trying to see if you can find any of the T players, take the AK out of their hand, and hope that they'll be onto the Tech 9 leading into the next one. But so far, strong run there. Ezio the first initial entry frags, and you've got to think as well, imagine if the timing was in favour of CeX. If Smooya held the ankle just for, what, 2-3 seconds more, would have caught Jesper off guard, and we could be seeing a very different half if they did lose that round. But this round is the be-all or end-all for Endpoint. If they lose this and they are on the harsh reset, we're going to be seeing, what, CeX at 8, Endpoint 3, and then they're going to be the full eco for the T side, so we could be seeing 9-3 if this round does go in favour of CEX.
That's all about CeX looking to build away from this as well. If they can turn this round back on its head, shut down Endpoint from building things up, that's when the scoring starts to get that flip of a switch and much harsher disparities. As you're going to miss him off, actually forcing himself out of connector. Not the ideal start, but nonetheless it is going to allow.
Well, the reason I'll go for that Molotov every round is because they know Insomnia loves to go connector. You know, he smokes it off when he's got a rifle. He smokes it off, does a self boost, and plays off that. When he has the AWP though, he usually just dry peeks it, walks back into connector, trying to find the first frag there. But just having control of connector is so important for your CT side. It denies the rotations, the fast rotations from the Ts. And enough about rotations and more about information. Because right now Smooth is pushing towards, he spots the first player, bomb does fall. They have the information, where these players are, where the bomb is, and the game plan for Endpoint.
Very smart as well from Smooth, not just to overfaced towards that out angle there, who's going to be holding his second actually up to go for a flash, and just ever so aggressive. He doesn't want to hold back, he wants to keep on going. He's feeling confident off the back of the first game he's played today, was hitting pretty much every single shot. He's not complaining, and he gets away with it, pick on towards Ezio. Now look at him, he'll dart over towards Long, but landing the hops isn't quite going to find anything, but that's only on the basis that we're seeing rotates come out from the side of Endpoint.
He has so much to prove, doesn't he, versus this Endpoint team that initially kicked him. Imi, Max and Ezio were in that lineup, and they opted to kick him just for his attitude. It's not his skill, his talent, his attitude.
It's never been questioned, his skill and talent. I think that's the clearest point, as now Cinder finds just another to build on through. This tally is perfect for CEX. It's all going in one direction, a clean, right down to the T round for CEX as they get themselves to 8-3, and, well, that economy you talk so dearly about, look at it.
Speak about T, the T money is absolutely god-awful. 2,000, might even go for a... I mean, at this point, you could... Mate, honestly, don't even know what to tell you. Because the call is so hard, right? They've paused because the question is, do you force buy this, or do you eco this? Do you eco this, allow CX to get 9, and give yourself no more opportunities for the rest of the first half to make mistakes, and allow CX to get double digits onto their CT side? Or do you make the hard call, force this, try and get 8-4, try and claw it back that way? But if you lose that force buy, you are giving CX guaranteed 10 rounds.
In terms of getting guaranteed 10 rounds, when we look at this side switch, do you think that Endpoint will have what it takes on a CT side to actually make that comeback even, doable?
They play so passive, don't they, on their CT side. This is a map where an aggressive AWP can play very, very well. I mean, you look at Fallen, you look at Guardian, the way they play their CT sides, a lot of attention towards connector, sometimes, when they have the spawns, towards mid and A long, but also towards B. Fallen, known for AWPing B short very, very often, having the support of Cold Zero there. Well, we know they use Lazar very well in a sense of team flashes and boosts and the way they play around Lazar, but do I think it's going to be the aggressive player on the CT side potentially?
The spotlight, effectively.
So far, yeah, the spotlight. But on Nuke, he was playing aggressive on the CT side. It's usually the T side where he is more of that passive, get that one kill in that after plant, allow the round to already unfold, and have your impact in the middle of it. That's usually where he shines, but he might have to step up in the initial part of the round, try to find the first frag for his team on this T side if they want to try and change the course of this first half.
Now this is certainly something. You don't see this every day. Double AWPs, pistols.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas is the secondary AWPer for this team. Resi holding a good angle here towards the bench. Can he get any more for his... Yes, he will get more. Does find 2. Last with the fast trade, though. Now they're pushing up towards the A side.
It's going to be very, very expensive when these Glocks eventually try and just punish. Look at Thomas, or not even getting too far a single shot. He's already 13 HP. He's got a close range Rezu there to be punished by Jess, but Endpoint, they play their cards right. They could actually take this one, but the double face overall dumpster.
Oh no! Oh, that could have been so
Thomas
close.
nearly making a bit of a mess of things.
I can hear them screaming. That round shouldn't be that close. Thomas with the AWP. Maybe they misread the economy. Maybe they expected the force, but I'm not too sure. Some of the team players obviously having 3.8k and 4k. Maybe CX thought they had a bit, like maybe 100, 200 more, possibly expecting the force by there. But instead, they did buy the double up setup and they've already got rid of it. They used it one round versus pistols and they've already decided. Maybe their economy's bad, I'm not 100% too sure right now, but already see it towards B short. Here comes the push. Imi first to challenge him, does go down, but the trade from Max.
It's that quick 1-for-1 trade that is so plentiful and backwards and forwards. It will still swing. Smooya trying to outweigh the scales that are set out right in front of him. There's Max there to throw up a bit of a pop flash trying to meet him. So awkward fashion. And it is pretty much just a very spread out hold at this point. The CT side waiting for Oh, something to take place as Jesp there to just to fly out over towards water. Punishes Smooya. Rezu now left in a 1v2. AWP in his back pocket. Now he can land these shots. Of course, Smooya, that is. But the Molotov to greet him, not so pretty now, has to fall back and up, decide, you know, do I want to go from this for Monster? And I'm looking at this and going, does he really even want to try and force this?
I mean, at this point, you've already got 9 rounds. Save call might not be the end of the world at this point, but the question is, can he win it? As a kid finds the first frag, does he? No, he spots him to low HP. Max does win that. If he went down, Max would have got the trade frag, but it's about the money as well. Look at the money.
Well, you look at the plant, he would have done over towards Graffiti. We were looking at a bomb that was defusable behind cover, potentially. That could have been a very different round.
Potentially, but if he did kill Jesper there, could have been seeing even worse money on the T side. And
well, you talk about money, there's one very recurring trend, and it's about to be broken, providing these pistols don't go huge. But Endpoint, every single time they've been able to get themselves around to work with, they've never been able to string things together. They've always been reset, and it's finally going to be their opportunity to not let that be, because they're only up against pistols.
Yeah, but the individual skill on CX's side, this might just net them another round, because they're so good at the pistols. Rezu towards the barrels does find the first frag onto Max, but instantly traded. Smooya gets 1 for 1. Lazar does find that kill onto Brody C, so we are on the 2 versus 3. Cinder making it the 1 versus 2 now. But with no armor in the P250, right now his job is just to take guns out of the T's hands, try and purge the economy away from the T's, as much as possible. But final round. If CX can take this and make it 10-5 and win that first pistol on the T side, in my opinion, the winner of the next pistol, the second pistol, wins the map.
Well, there you have it. Certainly finding it set in stone. Cinder just going to be darting on through the map with his P250, just going on a wonderful glant across overpass. He's going to be peeking pretty much dead set in towards Jesp, and he's met, well, with a quick and easy lead shot right to the cranium.
Looking at the scoreboard, as we didn't actually take a look at the kills when we first joined the server. Imi, not doing the best in terms of numbers, but his job isn't to frag, his job is to get information in the mid-round. A lot of the times, the aggressive play in the mid-round is Imi. What else can we see here? Cinder playing well. Thomas, Rezu. I mean, CX, all the players firing on all their cylinders. Jesp leading the charge currently for the T side.
CX with a lot of pent-up aggression when it comes down to how they need to hold off this B side. That is what they are going to be met with as Connector, proving to be a hot point of contention for them as well. Very much stacked up towards that. This is a funky boost I've seen one before, but it gets a frag. Jesp, his head laid to rest. Ezio ever so close. Max is going to find the trade. Rezu with the AWP that finds one, gets a second. Looking now for a quick third. Lazar pushing up around it. Smoothie with a wraparound headshot with the rifle, and it's all but falling into place. Lazar going to go aggressive, but Rezu just another with the AWP. Khaled taking it home for CX as they claim the 10-5.
10-5 it is indeed. Incredible round there from Smooya. That's not Rezu for the new viewers watching right now. That is not Rezu. That is Smooya.
No flame to Rezu, but he just doesn't hit those. That is Smooya.
Yeah. Pretty much. If there was no HUD and you couldn't see any of the names, you would know which player was which.
Yeah,
Let's put it like that. Obviously, I mean, maybe, who knows, maybe Rezu having Smooya's name and Smooya's logo might make him play a bit better. Yeah. You know, it's like not having that.
Challenge those pink shorts.
Yeah, so, Lazar facing towards mid, spots 3, but does get tagged to low speed. If he does fall here, oh my goodness, there's another one! 3 for him, and that's a great round so far.
Great round so far. 3K in itself is a great statement. Eventually going to be punished by Rezu, but so much work has to be done here. But Cinder, just another headshot on towards Ezio. You've got to be kidding me. Endpoint, they have to contest this. They have to take this one home. They can't allow this one to be brought on back as the T's barrel on down through Connect. They look to set themselves up over on towards this B side, but they're taking it nice and slow. They don't want to rush, and I like this.
Yep. Right now they are sticking together, and if they do meet these players one by one, it will be a 2 versus 1. But look at the position of Jess. Finds one, finds a second, nice and clean. But the man of that round is definitely Lazar to find those first 3 kills. If he died there, we could have been seeing a very different round. Great 3 headshots there from him. And now the 4th spike coming out from CEX. Bomb did not go down, so do usually see this. So typically, hitting on armor buys, on overpass, heavy towards connector, heavy towards toilets or B. Usually do tend to see them skip long, but we are seeing 3 players in mid. Lazar spots them all.
Lazar, his aggression, it's going to be well met by Tech9, should we say. being quickly chased down by Brody. A 1-point trade, certainly value to find in it, but an M4 on towards Smooya. Not something you want to be worrying too much about. Well, I'm just going with what I see in front of me. It's just easier for,
we're going to confuse the viewers. So, Rezu with the M4 right now peeking in, trying to find the kill. Imi towards the CT position. Also player on the CT side, Car. Be interesting to see if he throws this over, actually. Yeah, he will. And that's a good call. Cinder's been playing so well so far for the CEX side. Give it to Cinder. Try and see if he can get that nice headshot onto Imi or onto Ezzy.
It's going to be a slow start. 45 seconds on the clock, though, and eventually we are going to have to see CEX get a jiggy on when it comes down to actually pushing this site. A crossfire being held. It's a solid setup.
It's so close,
it has to be said. But it is that close range.
Yeah, the T's are so close. As soon as they pounce, they're going to instantly be onto their bomb sites. Looking like it's coming.
Step by step, my lead over towards Transformer. They are literally ready and waiting. Cinder, the first man to go, but he sprays down his own teammate, claims the life of Smooya. Ezio going to find just another, but Brody C with the Tech 9 is still able to do the work, utilizing the close range, but Jess still swinging back in action yet again with an M4. Brody 5 HP, is going to be able to get the bomb down, that's a given, but he's in a 1v2 playing for the ace, UMP now on his back. But how much really can he get achieve here? Well, the answer right there, it's going to be a bit of nothingness as Max finally going to shut him down, but still a huge 3k from him.
The bomb is more than enough though, and looking at the money as well, Smooya leading into this round will have an AWP, head armor and nades. That's very important actually. Usually when you have the player on 3000, you buy a Tech 9 and then leading into the first buy round on the T side you have no head armor. You're playing versus Jesp, Mighty Max, very crisp aimers. You want that head armor to not allow yourself to be one-tapped by the M4s. So 10-7. Right now this car, oh, wow, I didn't even see that the force spike coming from CX, trying to catch the CTs off guard. If they meet Luz's MP9, this could actually be such a good call.
Brody looking to push very quick and fast right through a Molotov now, Max. There to throw on down another flash to be lobbed on through, and CX, they've got control of the site and the CTs just aren't contesting. Finally, we see the drop coming from Ezio. He's shrouded by Mr. Smokes, and that actually plays right into his hands at this point as he just holds the angle, goes for a spray, a quick one of that right on towards Rezo, but it's not quite enough. It allows the push to come in, the counterplay from the side of CEX as they find frags pretty much across the board, across the site almost, leaving a retake back on the cards for Endpoint. Now one that they certainly can achieve. They need to use their utility perfect. They will combine to find both picks they were looking for, but Brody's still going to be there well done, but the double peak should almost certainly seal this one out as Jesp, again, just another headshot to build him through, and another 3k for him. Yeah,
the bomb does go down again though for the T side, so take a look at the money. Please, Misty, to my left. Press tab for me, mate. There we go. They can force fight again if they're really feeling it. 2 players still alive for the CT side. It's not really enough though. If there's 1 player alive, possibly seeing another force fight, just because as soon as you win that 1 round, you reset the CT economy, and it gives you plenty more rounds playing with that as long as you don't lose those anti-ecos. But only Tech 9 armor now, the quasi-buy coming out, and they are heading towards mid, and 1 player in connector. This could catch Jesp off guard if they swarm up through party. Let's see.
Well, damage. Oh, there's the nade. Gonna close it out just with that alone. Max just finding another little bit to be inched on through by Thomas, but that's looking like it may be all but done. Cinder, well, he's got himself wormed in a corner, but that is about it. The flash isn't going to actually affect him, so he can hold an angle and do some more damage, which 2 picks already. He's not complaining. He's looking for Lazar. If he can take down that AWP, well, be even better. But something tells me that's going to be a much tougher task than what he may even expect to see.
Yeah, this is such a low investment from the T's here, so only Tech 9s. $500 he spent on this round. Every kill he gets, minus 4,000 plus for the CTs, when you think about it like that. So every kill here is so valuable leading into the next rounds following, because if CX do take the next gun round, we could be seeing the force or even the eco for the CTs if their money is very, very low, but the chance of finding more frags here is so unlikely. 40 seconds though, and Lazar jump spots him, has the AWP as well, so if Cinder wants to go towards long, he's going to be meeting the AWP of Lazar, but instead he's going to be shifting out of toilets now towards connector again. Has armor though, and a Molotov, but Ezio's heard him going to connector.
Cinder going to be pushing on around though, still just starting, almost getting a bomb plant actually, but is going to be punished nonetheless. 10-9 scoreline, and this is pretty much the buy round. And one thing that has to be noted is really nice to be seeing CeX play these close and contested rounds. I think that as much as it is by far a tougher game for them, it's where we really get to see what they've got.
Yeah, and look at the money there. 50, 1,850 whatnot onto the CT players, so one round win here from CeX will force the CTs onto such an awful buy. Both CT players on the A bomb site playing quite aggressive towards toilets. And obviously the AWP on stairs watching party, and his teammate has to be towards long toilets because he has to jiggle peek towards long. You can't just forget about that. Very easy for the teams just to shift walk up there. They can be on A site behind you without you knowing it. Smee up with the first was B short. He loves going for that pick. He does it so constantly. Actually, the smoke, maybe that was it. Boost sandbags. Not too sure, but I imagine it was because Ezio's just left stunned, thinking, "Where's my IGL just gone?"
A lot of built-up manpower for CeX now as they are pretty much stacked in one wholesome swap. Bar Thomas, well, Cinder should we say. Thomas is the man of the hour in regards to this. Is bit by bit going to push on around now. If he inches this perfectly out, he can get a quick frag on towards Ezio and from there the side, but the timing may even go even better for him. Max going to get the first. Doesn't know the position of Ezio, there, bear in mind, so still push on through. Ezio flailing through the smoke, but he's not doing anything. He's stomping around Ezio. Not like this. You've only got to make a mess of it. Lazar going to find one in return with the AWP. But is that going to be enough? It's a 2v4. The site well and truly under control. Almost under wraps, you can say, as Jeff will find one in return finally on towards Thomas. But Endpoint, Ezio, they've all but frozen.
They have indeed. Somehow, some way, Ezio got lost in the moment there. Caught himself up in his own smoke, or his teammate's smoke, sorry. I think the smoke may have hit him, and then it bloomed on top of him, and then he was in the middle of it. Because he could just hit, he saw the radar, not the radar, sorry, he saw the nameplate, the red nameplate, through the smoke, and he started spamming through it. Gave away where he was, didn't find the frag. And once he died, the B bomb site was all in the taking for CeX. But if Luz and Jess can save this, we may be seeing a, let's see, Luz has 5k, so yeah. Possibly seeing a buy into the next round. Jess can drop a scout as well. Maybe even a max 7 for B, max 7 for toilets, connector, maybe? Let's see. Luz can drop, he could have dropped 2 and 4s, but he bought nades. Wow.
That's a choice and a half.
Well, Ezio, who needs an M4 but he got 5-7 for toilets?
5-7, well, hopefully he gets some value out of that. Luz are going to find the first pick though on towards Smooya. Interesting to see if he can get any more with this. But for now, it is a clear-cut advantage. Not complaining at all. Brody going to be looking to do something over towards connector. Endpoint really contesting it actually this round, much different than what we've usually done before. Going to be trying to Molotov Brody out actually and try and force the peak, but it's not quite going to make it happen. Yeah,
if that molly went just a little bit further back there, Brody C on 33 HP easily could have died and burnt alive there. So, 3 of the T players, I say 3 of the T players, 2 now, stuck in connector. Brody C rotating back towards B, all of the players rotating back towards B. I do like this call. They're going to group up together. They know they're a man down. They're going to group together, contact B, try and get that first kill. If you can get that first kill with Thomas onto Imi, we may be seeing a very fast attack here onto the B bomb site.
Thomas going to be there to try and lead the charge almost yet again as he goes for that first pick towards short, but Max is going to shut him down now. The UMP.
Oh my goodness.
Play on through and nothing being done by CeX to respond at all. They are mowed down. Look at this scoreline. Look at
as well. I can hear them screaming as well.
I think that whole style, that whole emotion fits both of these
I don't know
teams.
if I agree with it for Endpoint.
Pardon?
I don't know how I feel about it when it's Endpoint screaming. Yes, there's passion here, but as soon as they start losing, this is the problem when you do play that very high passionate style.
Well, they're emotional
screaming.
players.
Yeah, well, shout out Dom. When you are playing that high passionate style, one of the biggest problems is when you start losing, it's very easy to tilt. Once it goes silent and there is no camaraderie there, that's when things start to fall apart. That's when people don't start trusting their teammates.
That's been the problem with Endpoint. Their whole communication has begun to almost lapse somewhat throughout a couple of matches. They've came out of the UK Masters and such when communication was where we found ourselves getting stuck.
Yeah, so Ezio on B short, peering into the smoke. Doesn't want to make the same mistake as he did last time. Smooya boosted, gets the kill onto Imi on barrels, and now they are slowly actually shifting towards A. Maybe expecting a full rotate from the CTs, but instead we have Jesp still in toilets.
biggest thing at this point for Endpoint is just to not overface. They don't want to give away just another pick, but it's not without something back towards them for CeX, because sheer numbers alone,
Yep.
they can overwhelm you, and fairly easily with pistols once you start getting to a 5 versus 3 or...
Luz is going to be here as well. Was playing towards heaven for the fast rotate. Jess sprays 1, gets a second. Can he get any more? Yes, 3. Actually, Luz didn't find that one. Whips out the USP, but Smooya will find Jesp. And now the bomb. Oh my goodness!
Smooya with the decals, making it happen now, looking for just one more. Max going to go aggressive with the M4, able to claim the life of Brody, but Smooya, he's still standing. He's still got a deagle in his back pocket. That bomb, it is down. It is ticking on away, and he's just holding the angle. He's looking to spam on through. Isn't quite able to make it work, but he's, yet again, still able to dart through these halls now, looking to get just a headshot and hold the angle. Attack on towards Max, but eventually the double face is enough to close it out. But look at the amount of damage being dished out by CeX.
That's all it is at this point, isn't it? Damage. Bomb going down for CeX, that's great. They didn't force into this one. Money is still fairly decent. We'll see what the money is after they do reinvest into their utility and firepower. Max and Imi buying up, so they will have a buy if they do lose this one. So CeX are going to have to chain rounds if they want to take this one.
It's proving to be tough to hear you at times over
I
the
actually
the
can't hear what you're saying.
I'm straining pretty damn hard to try and work out. I'm sure it's very insightful though. Jess going to be there to push on through, looking to pretty much make sure he can hold things off. CeX looking for a bit of a return, but for them it's all like gaining information at this point. We talk about the valuing doing damage. Now they really need to start to bring the fight and actually close out these rounds as the smoke will fade. And Jess was the deer in headlights, dazed and confused, not quite sure how to even approach that whole scenario. Just didn't seem to be quite clocked onto the fact that there could be a player there.
Yeah, Jess definitely overstaying his welcome there. Can you not hear what I'm saying?
I have no idea.
Do you know what? I actually had no idea what you just said that whole segment, so I just have to play off what I think you said. Yeah, Jesper gets caught off guard there. The smoke fades. He should have left 3 or 4 seconds before the smoke did fall. Trying to catch one of these players off guard. Flash comes in. Let's see now. They do. This is the thing with CeX. Whenever they play overpass, connector control is so important for them. And he's still looking at me dazed. I can't have a conversation. Oh my goodness. No conversation.
All I'm seeing is Max.
As he gets his face split in 2 by Brody C. 2-man advantage right now. 2 low HP players though on the CeX side. Smooya and Thomas on roughly 20. Lazo with his op towards the toilet area. Peeking in towards long. So scared of Smooya's op holding the angle, and will find the first for his team onto Cinder. And now holding the angle. Smooya peeks and actually takes him down.
Right through the smoke as well. Perfect shot coming in there. Thomas over towards the B side, trying to make the best of the situation, trying to drag away and divide their attention. And it is perfect. Endpoint. They are nowhere to be seen out in the wilderness that is that B site. And they are looking pretty much, well, like a bunch of fools at this point, as they are stuck, confused. Now CeX to inch ahead on this scoreline.
That's just a better read right there from CeX, to put it bluntly. Laza found the first. I mean, maybe expecting... I mean, obviously, once the kill onto the other side happens, you don't instantly rotate. That's fair play, right?
It's a hard call to make though with that rotate.
Laza killed Cinder. We've seen Cinder lurk as well already for CeX. Cinder does lurk and do some random things in random rounds, right? Laza kills 1, doesn't see anything else long, peeks towards short, does not see anything else, right? And Amy's thinking said, right, that's a fake, they're going to come B. And then Smooya peeks and finds him. And that's the point when they actually rotate off B. Thomas catches a good timing there. Even though he lost the duel, he still tagged them up and, found his team 3-4 seconds. And as soon as that happened, they opted in for the save. CeX on 12, but I mentioned the money before. The CT still have it. Oh, not anymore. They don't have any more money. Because if they do lose this one, they will be on the harsh reset, and we could be seeing CeX get to 14 if they win this round.
CeX, if they can get themselves just another and begin to really keep up this power, we may be looking at the map beginning its conclusion. At least for now, Endpoint. A little bit of aggression thrown into the mix over towards B, looking for some early information to say, okay, are CeX testing the waters? Are they, figuratively speaking, actually going for that push? Or are they just sitting comfortably back? And well, the one thing they have failed to notice, which rather uncomfortably so, is that Smooya is lurking in the shadows with an AWP. Bit by bit, going to inch his way back into water now. And from there, control back on the card. Now it is an angle being jumped, and Smooya, he's one to check this, so I wouldn't be surprised, but he may be caught out by timing.
Yeah, you can see as soon as Max found him, they smoked off short. They don't want him to go for the same peak. It's that same peak, and Imi instantly left barrels. That's very well played. As soon as he knew there was an AWP there, he left the house. But look at the play of Heaven.
Don't peek Heaven, not like this, do not do this. They'll give away just another free pick to the side of CeX, because that was almost the catalyst as you try and take the face through the smoke. There's no need in that. That could have been almost disastrous. Thankfully the shot isn't quite going to be connected, and from there we see a Molotov thrown down in response towards Shorten. I like this from Endpoint because they've still got 5 standing.
Yeah, that's the thing.
They have a lot of utility in Molotovs.
And time.
All they have to do is just keep on throwing them at this point. Just keep throwing that utility, force CeX away, and then when they finally make that push, they are going to take so much damage.
Jespo towards Torres, gets one, doesn't quite get the second, and now Cinder has the A bomb site. Luz is here. Oh, but they're both with, actually. Max doesn't know the FAMAS finds him. Thomas gets the trade onto Ezio, and now Luz peeks in, finds it with the first one, finds the second though. And now we're in the 3 versus 2. Chucks the nade over 10 seconds on the bomb. Not on the bomb, sorry, 10 seconds on the timer. Means that the round goes in favor of the CTs, and if Cinder found that headshot to Luzza, or if Luzza found that kill instantly onto Cinder, we could have been seeing a much faster round end. What up? The outcome of the round being answered a lot earlier.
I think the biggest problem was that you just have to rush in that scenario. There is no, okay, I'm going to take the same battle on my terms in the best way that, or in the best way that I actually have a chance to win it. Instead, you have to kind of just go for it. If it hits, it hits.
Yeah, so Endpoint having great use of utility throughout this game. Speaking of it, the good money there from Jess finds himself 3, just such easy kills.
Get the bomb as well.
Yeah.
Which has been a pretty pertinent point for CeX in terms of their economy. Half the reason we've been able to see them fight so hard and actually get at a stable score in a 12-12 is just these constant bomb plants.
So, Rezu. And now it says Smooya, but it's not Smooya. They changed their Steam profiles basically. Jesp does find Rezu. He shall fall 13-12 right now. And to talk about utility. So, Endpoint know that CeX are playing slow, right? So the way they change the game is they're using their utility just when they need to. At that 40-second mark, the smokes come in, and then what that means is makes it a lot harder for CeX to get those pushes in when they want them to happen. As soon as they spot Smooya at B short, they smoke off B short. They fall back. They have a Molotov that goes in as well after it. They do go. The T's do go for the fast split from connector up towards A. The problem is that they had 10 seconds to get the bomb down there, so the round not going quite in their favour. Not too sure what the pause is for.
It's Thomas going to the toilet.
He's serious?
Yeah, I'm generally serious.
Thomas is going to the toilet in the middle of a match. Should really be doing that before, shouldn't you?
I mean, they call that preparation.
Then again, this is a team that's already forwarded, so I doubt they've done much of that.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think, you know, when you look at this team, you look at their run through this LAN. For a start, it's winter all over again. Just putting that out there. And yeah, it's a team that are looking like they've already done relatively well. I don't want to say looking like, because they have done relatively well already. But the fact they're here and they have already folded on all counts. You know, people are just looking at the single-minded picture of Smooya, but there's a lot more than that. We're looking at pretty much
Cinder,
an entire
Thomas.
split. Cinder and Thomas going their own directions. Like Rezu going to be there with the core, of course, but we don't even know what's happening with Brody. It's certainly a messy one, and that does leave us sat with a roster who, after this LAN, it's not going to be the same old CeX.
Or any team, to be fair, apart from Endpoint and potentially FM, who knows? So many rumours flying around at the moment. Obviously not going to say anything on stream, but UK scene, just doing UK scene things.
It's a shame, though, got to be said.
How long does it take for you to go for a pits, mate?
I mean, at LAN, it takes like 2 seconds. It's literally right behind it as well,
because
isn't
the expo's on?
Huh?
Do you reckon there's a queue because the expo's on?
I mean, you just go to the one in the BYC area. It's over there.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think you can get in the BYC area with the expo ticket, can you?
Okay, you're not?
I don't think
fair play. Oh, are we on paused?
I think we might be on paused.
Oh no, Jeff's asking what the hell's going on.
Oh.
Thomas is still going to the toilet.
Why not, I guess.
So,
yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, really, isn't it? It's been an interesting LAN.
How's your LAN been, Flakes? It's been alright?
I don't know. It's been good. Like,
yeah,
I've had a good time. It's been nice being able to
technical issues.
I think the technical issues across all the streams, they have been. It has been a thing, but at the end of the day, like, don't flame us for tech issues. It's nothing.
It's not our fault.
Literally nothing.
I'm literally just here to talk about Counter-Strike and get paid.
There's nothing we can do about it. I don't think there's much Multiplay can do about it at the venue either. Unfortunately, looks like we've had some issues with getting certain bits that we needed to make things happen.
Talking about certain bits, this headset is starting to really
Yeah,
annoy
it's a bit
me.
short, isn't it? You like it like running right over your chin. It kind of follows the curvature quite nicely.
Yeah, going to be giving me a third chin at that point, isn't it? So, still paused, still waiting, still nothing happening just yet.
Have you managed to catch any of the finals?
Oh, what, League of Legends?
Yeah.
Honestly, mate, couldn't care less about League of Legends.
No?
Only play real men
What, any of the other games, at least? Any, like Rocket League seems quite entertaining.
Don't watch cars, kick
No?
footballs. No, don't do that. I just
Well,
watch people shoot guns.
what's your favourite storyline with CS then? We'll bring it back to CS.
Favourite storyline of CS?
Yeah, with these teams at LAN.
Smoothie being kicked from Endpoint. And the fact that right now,
That's topical.
Smoothie has been playing very well, and it is 12-13. Looking at the Twitch chat, hello there, Skux.
Yeah, showing some love to chat.
Yeah, actually surprisingly 600 people watching.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by this.
It's more than the UK Masters Finals.
That's pretty much more than any UK League match I've seen in a while.
Well,
I mean,
UK Masters players had 1.2k.
Did it?
Yeah, 1,250.
Good to know.
Did you not know that?
No.
Had 1,250 people watching Endpoint.
Was that
versus
because
FM.
of
are we live?
Are we live? We may well be live.
We've been too busy in the chat and looking around at various places. So, buy comes in, AWP on both sides as well. Full buy actually, apart from the utility is quite lacking on the CEX side, and with a lack of utility they might go for a fast contact play. They know that Endpoint used their nades later on into the round. This is a good read here for though. Imi has Luzza in B short. And as soon as the contact play comes up for CX, Luzza can swing and hold Monster with the AWP, and that's going to be where the multiple frags do come in. Currently, still waiting. Could be seeing Ezio battle Smoothie here. Let's see what happens here.
Needs to find this first shot. Can't afford to miss because the minute he does, Ezio will just bob and weave his way through in an ever so creative fashion.
Ooh, actually, cold feet here.
Yeah, they actually don't seem to be wanting to
They're
go for this.
waiting
Thomas
for
is the
these-
only man.
They're waiting for the Molotovs to come out. That's what they want. Flashes and Molotovs to be used, and then they're going to peek into it. The question is, though, how is Luz's AWP going to play into this?
Look at Jess.
It's pushed through mid. It's actually becoming behind Brody C and Rezu and Thomas.
Jess.
Oh, this could be mauling.
This could be absolutely brutal. Goes straight off the bat, doesn't want to do any fancy business, just waits. And then Bites gets himself a beautiful 3k. Not really too much left to add, as it is just going to be a complete slap in the face from Endpoint. Literally comes down to one decision being made by Jesper, and look at that economy of CX side. They do not have much to play with at all. It is ridiculous. Tech9's, it is the go-to for them. They don't want to allow Endpoint at all on 15. I think you have to kind of look at the side of CX and go. I don't know if I would say that CX are the sort of team that can climb back on back-to-back rounds without any imperfections. So I think like an overtime run, I think would be pretty damn tough for them to achieve.
They keep, Luz the first. I keep saying they are always going towards B. Thomas is already through bridge and now gets tagged up by Ezio. That does fall Max, and Ezio finds a second. Ezio finds a third for him that round, puts them onto match point 15. 12-15 right now. Money is awful on CX's side. What's Smoothie saying here to Luzza? Where did Luzza get that kill? Was it in connector? Yeah, so yeah. Smoothie has no idea where on earth he got killed from by Luzza, but no AWP, instead he's got Tech9. Modded off, smokes it. Oh, failed smoke actually, but flashes through. That will keep the attention on one of those players. Thomas already through. Brody C finds one. Luzza with a nice shot down to Thomas.
As they're going to be there to line them up with the M4, they finds one looking for a second. Potentially could have spray transferred that, but opting for the tap and go strategy, and that alone is going to be punishing. The contact list is going to fail, allowing Rezu to claw back with a Tech9 in response, leaving now an M4 set up yet again to be able to make it work. But unfortunately, Imi next in line. Cinder 1v2, just peeking the angle, still waiting for the battle to be taken. Get a fool. And this is a tough 1v1 to play. Molotov there to separate the distance. A smoke now to be thrown on in. Two flashes, of course, on the side of Cinder. Now, that's going to certainly have an impact if he chooses to use them.
Oh my.
They are both coming to a head and the angle is being held. Cinder has the advantage.
You can hear them screaming. We saw what happened. 12-15 on Nuke versus FM on the stage, right? 12-15. Endpoint had the match point. And there it was again. 12-15. CX at 12. And now they're at 13.
I don't know if I can see CX. It's so weird looking at this roster because you look at them play against any other team and them getting back-to-back rounds without any imperfections, any slight hiccup that causes them to drop a round, it's so uncommon. But this Endpoint matchup, we've already seen it happen once, and I think that is the curveball right now.
B again. Molly though does catch Brody C. Look at the damage done. Look at the HP on the T side. Ezio can see through the tiny gap there in the smoke, so if they do push out, they will be walking into their death. Another frag there for Ezio, the third for him towards his barrel's water area. It's all down to Cinder and Smooya.
Not gonna lie, my hope it's pretty all over the place at this point. Rezo is gonna hold the angle.
No.
Laza just gonna end him.
Wow, as soon as he died they just typed GG. This is the thing as well, CX in my eyes, they needed a strong start, right? They had it on their CT side, yeah? But the problem is if they do lose this, well, unless Cinder can pull off a 1 versus 5, he won a 1 versus 2, but adding in 3 extra players is obviously a very, very different scenario. But this is their map pick. If they lose this, I'm not too sure if I can see them taking the map pick of Endpoint. Laza falls. 30 seconds on the clock there to find 4 players.
He's taking the battles, but eventually he will fall. 16-13 is going to be the scoreline, and well, there you have it. First map. Not quite sure, honestly, what the second map is going to be. Haven't actually had that one passed on through, but